BME 27 software developer, making decent money for once. Finally moved out of mom's basement into actual apartment with separate kitchen. Work from home coding, basic web applications for small businesses. Life is boring but stable, which feels like winning after years of failure. Get assigned new project building, e-commerce site for local bakery. Meet client Vanessa, blonde marketing manager who smells like expensive perfume. She's actually interested in my technical explanations about database optimization. Wow, you really know your stuff. Most programmers just talk over my head. Exchange numbers for project updates. Start texting about work stuff daily. Slowly transitions into casual conversation about movies and weekend plans. She sends selfie from gym, looks amazing in workout clothes. Maybe this programming career thing will finally pay off romantically. Weeks go by, project is going smooth, and Vanessa keeps complimenting my work. You're so much better than our last developer, actually understands user experience. Invite her to grab lunch after our next client meeting. She says yes immediately, suggests nice Italian place downtown. Spend entire morning picking outfit and practicing conversation topics. Lunch goes perfect. She laughs at my jokes about terrible client requests. Walk her back to office. She touches my arm while saying goodbye. This might actually be happening. Actual real adult relationship developing. Text her that evening asking if she wants to see a movie this weekend. Absolutely. I've been wanting to see that new thriller everyone's talking about. Movie date goes amazing. She leans against me during scary parts. Drive her home afterwards. Perfect moment for first kiss approaching. Lean in as we're standing by her apartment door. She turns cheek at last second, gives me awkward side hug instead. Sorry, I move slow with physical stuff. Hope you understand. Fair enough. Respect boundaries like civilized human being would. Few more dates over next month. Same pattern every single time. Great conversation, obvious chemistry, but zero physical progress made. Always has excuse ready when moment seems right for intimacy. It's only our third date. I don't rush into things. Not feeling great today. Maybe next time would be better. Meanwhile at work, boss calls emergency meeting about company restructuring. We're implementing cost-saving measures to stay competitive in current market. Gut feeling tells me this isn't going to be good news. Announces they're outsourcing development work to team in some third world country. They can do same quality work for fraction of the cost. Everyone in room looks at me since I'm only developer present. Don't worry, Anon. We'll keep you on for 2 more months during transition. 2 months to find new job while training my own replacement. This is exactly the kind of cosmic joke universe loves playing. Call Vanessa after meeting. Need someone to vent frustrations to. That's terrible, baby, but you're talented, so something better will come along. Baby. She called me baby for first time ever. Maybe losing job is blessing in disguise. More time for relationship. Weekend comes, plan special dinner at fancy steakhouse downtown. Wear my best shirt, bring flowers, ready to finally escalate things. Dinner goes perfectly. She's being extra affectionate and touchy tonight. Holds my hand across table, keeps complimenting how handsome I look. Drive back to my apartment, invite her up for coffee. She actually agrees. First time she's coming to my place. We're sitting on couch, romantic movie playing in background. She's cuddled up next to me. This is finally the moment. Lean in for kiss. She doesn't pull away this time. Just as lips are about to touch, she puts finger on my mouth. Wait, Anon. I need to tell you something important first. Heart sinks because this tone never leads anywhere good. I've been seeing someone else too, trying to figure things out. You're amazing, but I'm just not ready for exclusive relationship yet. Sit there processing that I've been competing without knowing it. Who's the other guy, if you don't mind me asking? His name is Tyler. We went to college together years ago. Of course, it's some Chad from her past with established history. So where does that leave us exactly in this situation? I really like you, Anon, but need more time to decide. More time meaning she's keeping me as backup while testing other option. Nothing ever happens, even when it looks like something might happen. Drive her home in uncomfortable silence. She kisses my cheek goodbye. Thanks for being so understanding about everything. You're the best. Best at being second choice, apparently. What a valuable skill set. Next few days are a brutal combination of job stress and relationship limbo. Training my replacement over video calls while they take notes on my code. Thank you, sir. You are a very good teacher for explaining complex systems. Seems like nice enough person, just doing their job in global economy. Meanwhile, Vanessa's texts become less frequent and more distant. Busy with work stuff, talk later, becomes her standard response. See your Instagram stories out at bars with mystery guy, presumably Tyler. Nothing ever happens except other people getting what you want. Friday afternoon, boss calls me into office for final conversation. Today's your last day, anon. Overseas team is ready to take over. Here's severance package and reference letter for future opportunities. Severance is barely enough to cover rent for 2 months. Walk out of office building with box of personal items feeling defeated. This is supposed to be character development arc, but feels like punishment. Get home, pour drink, contemplate life choices that led to this moment. Phone buzzes with text from Vanessa, finally responding after days. Hey, anon, Tyler and I decided to make things official between us. You're a wonderful guy and hope we can still be friends somehow. Nothing ever happens, especially not the things you actually want. Spend weekend applying for jobs and getting automated rejection emails. Thank you for your interest. We've decided to pursue other candidates. Even unemployment office makes me wait 3 weeks for benefits processing. Sit in apartment eating ramen and watching news on laptop. News anchor announces tensions escalating between major world powers. Intelligence sources suggest nuclear conflict could be imminent within days. Sigh deeply and shake head at television screen. Nothing ever happens. Not even world-ending catastrophes, apparently. Turn off news, fall asleep on couch from exhaustion and stress. Wake up to doorbell ringing. Stumble to door half asleep. Open it to see dad standing there with grocery bags and warm smile. Hey son, sorry I took so long getting those cigarettes from store. Dad died when I was 15. Been gone for 12 years now. I know I left too early, kiddo, but I'm here now. Gives me massive hug that smells like motor oil and Old Spice cologne. Heard about your job situation, came to help you through this. Tears streaming down the face as he holds me like little kid again. Everything's gonna be okay, anon. Your dad's here to fix things. We spent hours talking about everything I missed over the years. He tells me he's proud of how I turned out despite everything. You're stronger than you know, son. This is just temporary setback. Fall asleep feeling genuinely hopeful for first time in months. Wake up alone on couch. No sign of dad anywhere around. Check entire apartment. No grocery bags, no evidence he was here. Realize it was just incredibly vivid dream, brought on by desperation. Nothing ever happens, not even impossible reunions with dead fathers. Week passes, no nuclear war materializes despite media panic. Also, no job interviews, no responses from Vanessa, no positive developments. Unemployment benefits finally kick in, barely covers basic expenses. Landlord starts leaving passive-aggressive notes about rent being late. Friendly reminder that payment was due 5 days ago. Nothing ever happens except bills arriving exactly on schedule. Month later, still unemployed and completely broke financially. Mom calls asking when I'm moving back home to basement. Your room is exactly how you left it, sweetie. Tell her about Vanessa's situation and job loss disaster. Well, anon, sounds like you're finally learning how real world works. Maybe if you weren't such chud, you'd have better luck with women. And perhaps if you'd learned useful skills instead of playing video games. Thanks, Mom. Exactly the emotional support I needed during crisis. Also, stop expecting things to magically work out for you. Life isn't some fairy tale where losers suddenly become winners. Even my own mother thinks I'm delusional for having hope. Nothing ever happens except constant reminders of personal inadequacy. Spend next week refreshing job sites and getting 0 responses. Apply to positions requiring half my experience. Still get rejected. Meanwhile, see Vanessa's engagement photos on social media with Tyler. They're holding hands on beach looking disgustingly happy together. Nothing ever happens except other people achieving what you wanted. Contemplate whether this is rock bottom or if it gets worse. Probably gets worse. Nothing good ever happens to balance out bad. At least I have consistent internet connection for job applications and unlimited time to reflect on every poor decision ever made. Check news again. Nuclear war story completely forgotten by media. Now they're talking about celebrity divorce drama instead. Nothing ever happens, not even the apocalypse gets proper follow-through. Meet old college friend Nicole at grocery store checkout line. Anon, wow, you look terrible. Everything okay with you? Explain recent string of failures and disappointments briefly. That sucks, man. But hey, at least you're not homeless yet. Thanks, Nicole. Really putting things in positive perspective there. Want to grab coffee sometime, catch up properly about everything? Agree, because social interaction might prevent complete mental breakdown. Coffee date goes surprisingly well. She actually listens without judging. You know, anon, maybe you're trying too hard to force things. Sometimes life just sucks for a while and there's nothing you can do. Appreciate her honesty even though it's not particularly encouraging advice. Walk her to car afterwards. She gives me genuine hug goodbye. Hang in there. Things have to get better eventually, right? Drive home feeling slightly less hopeless than usual. Get text from Nicole later that evening, asking about second coffee date. Had really nice time today. Would love to do it again soon. Heart rate increases slightly. Maybe something good might actually happen. Respond immediately, suggesting weekend plans at new cafe downtown. She reads message but doesn't respond for several hours. Finally texts back with lengthy apology about getting back with ex. Sorry, Anon, Jason wants to work things out and I owe him chance. Nothing ever happens, especially not when you start getting hopeful again. Throw phone across room, immediately regret it when screen cracks. Now I'm unemployed, broke, and have damaged phone to replace. Lie in bed staring at ceiling, wondering what cosmic force hates me. Nothing ever happens except disappointment, following brief moments of optimism. Why are you still watching this video expecting something different to occur? This story has no plot twist, no redemption arc, no happy ending. Sorry to disappoint you, but that's reality for most people, unfortunately. Be me, 25, working at boring accounting firm downtown. Spend days staring at spreadsheets and pretending to understand tax codes. New girl. Kayla starts in our department, looks like Instagram model, blonde hair, perfect makeup, wears expensive clothes that smell like vanilla. She's friendly to everyone, but especially nice to me for some reason. Anon, you seem so smart with all those numbers and formulas. First week, she asks if I want to grab lunch together. Suggest cheap sandwich place nearby because I'm broke as usual. Oh, I was hoping for something nicer. Heard good things about that bistro. Bistro costs 3 times what I usually spend on food. Don't worry, Anon. We can split the bill 50-50. Agree, because talking to attractive female is rare opportunity for me. Lunch goes great. She laughs at my jokes about terrible clients. When bill comes, she starts patting down her purse dramatically. Oh no, Anon, I think I left my wallet in my other bag. Can you cover this time? I'll totally get you back tomorrow. Pay $60 bill because what else am I supposed to do? She hugs me goodbye and promises to Venmo me later that evening. Wait all week for Venmo notification that never comes. Don't want to seem petty, so I don't bring it up directly. Friday rolls around, she suggests lunch again at different expensive place. My treat this time since you covered last week, she says sweetly. Arrive at restaurant, she orders most expensive item on menu. I get basic burger because still recovering from last week's financial hit. When bill arrives, she starts same routine with purse searching. Anon, I'm so embarrassed, left my card at home again. You're such lifesaver, I'll pay you back this weekend, I promise. Another $70 with lunch that I somehow end up covering completely. Drive home wondering how I became someone's personal dining fund. Monday comes, she acts like nothing happened with previous lunches. Want to try that new sushi place everyone's talking about? Kayla, what about paying me back for last 2 meals first? She looks genuinely confused, like I'm speaking foreign language. What do you mean, Anon? I thought those were dates. Dates where you pay because you're the guy, obviously. Sit there processing this twisted logic she just presented. So you think I asked you on dates to expensive restaurants? Well, yeah, why else would guy invite girl to lunch alone? Realize she's rewritten entire history of our interactions in her mind. Kayla, I never asked you anywhere. You suggested every single place. That's not how I remember it happening at all, Anon. She starts looking hurt, like I'm attacking her character unfairly. I can't believe you're being so weird about money between friends. Friends who apparently go on dates where I pay every time. Guilt kicks in because maybe I misunderstood social dynamics somehow. Sorry, Kayla. Guess I was confused about how this works. It's okay, Anon. I know dating can be confusing for some people. Dating, she said dating, so we are actually dating apparently. Agree to sushi lunch because now I'm invested in this relationship. She orders sake, multiple rolls, and expensive appetizers for table. I stick to basic California roll and water to save money. Bill comes to $120 for 2 people. She doesn't even pretend to look for wallet this time, just stares at me expectantly while I pull out credit card. Thanks, babe. You're so generous with treating your girlfriend. Girlfriend. When did that promotion happen exactly in our timeline? Week after week. Same pattern develops with different restaurants. She picks place, orders expensive items. I pay entire bill. Starts calling me boyfriend around office when introducing me to people. This is Anon, my boyfriend, who takes me to amazing restaurants. Coworkers start commenting on how lucky I am to have her. Dude, Kayla is way out of your league. Better treat her right. Thanks, Brad. Exactly the confidence boost I needed today. Meanwhile, my savings account is hemorrhaging money faster than slot machine, eating ramen for dinner every night to afford her lunch habits. Try suggesting cheaper places like food trucks or casual cafes. Anon, why are you being so cheap lately? I thought you cared about me. Good boyfriends want to spoil their girlfriends with nice experiences. Somehow, I'm the bad guy for not wanting to go bankrupt. Month 3 of this arrangement, credit card bill arrives. $1,500 just on restaurant lunches with Kayla. My rent is $800. This is financially unsustainable. Confront her about needing to split costs or eat somewhere cheaper. Anon, you're acting really weird about money lately. It's concerning. I work same job as you, make same salary, can't afford this. She gets offended, like I personally insulted her entire family. So you're saying I'm not worth spending money on? That's not what I meant, just need to be more reasonable. Reasonable boyfriends don't nickel and dime their girlfriends about food. Somehow she's turned my financial concerns into relationship failure, apologize and agree to expensive Thai place she wants to try. She invites her friend Jessica to join us for girls' lunch. Now I'm buying lunch for 2 people instead of 1. Jessica orders wine with her meal, bill hits $200. Both girls split dessert while I calculate how I'll pay rent. Anon is such great boyfriend, always treats me so well, Kayla brags. Jessica looks impressed by my apparent generosity and wealth. Drive home wondering how I became sugar daddy without sugar benefits. Month 4, start bringing packed lunches to avoid restaurant invitations. Kayla notices and starts questioning my commitment to our relationship. You used to be so romantic taking me out every day. Now you're acting distant and weird about spending time together. I'm not being distant, just trying to save money for important things. More important than your girlfriend's happiness, apparently. Guilt trip works perfectly. Back to expensive restaurants next day. She starts ordering cocktails with lunch like we're at dinner party. 1 mimosa won't hurt. It's practically breakfast drink anyway. Mimosas cost $12 each. She has 3 during our meal. Total bill reaches record high of $180. My credit card gets declined. Have to use emergency savings account. Most embarrassing moment of my adult life in front of the restaurant staff. Kayla acts supportive but suggests I need better financial planning. Maybe you should ask for a raise since you're clearly struggling. Struggling because I'm funding her lifestyle with entry-level salary. Month 5, desperate times call for desperate measures. Suggest romantic picnic in park with homemade sandwiches. That sounds fun for like anniversary thing, but I'm craving Italian. Back to expensive restaurant where she orders wine with pasta. I get water and cheapest salad on menu to minimize damage. She comments on my small appetite lately, with fake concern. Anon, you've been eating like bird. Are you feeling okay? Feeling broke is what I'm feeling. Thanks for noticing. Waiter brings bill. She starts talking about work drama to distract. I pay while she complains about other coworkers being jealous. They're just mad because their boyfriends don't treat them well. Treat them well by going into debt, apparently. Month 6 breaking point finally arrives when credit card maxes out. Bank calls asking about unusual spending patterns on restaurant charges. Sir, you've spent over $3,000 on dining in 6 months. $3,000 that could have been car payment or vacation. Kayla suggests celebrating our 6-month anniversary at Steakhouse. I made reservations at that place with the expensive wine list. Kayla, I literally cannot afford another expensive dinner right now. She looks shocked like I told her Santa Claus isn't real. What do you mean you can't afford it? I mean my credit cards are maxed and savings account is empty. From taking you to expensive restaurants 5 times per week. She gets defensive and starts rewriting history again. I never forced you to take me anywhere anon. You chose those places because you wanted to impress me. Now you're blaming me for your poor financial decisions. Sit there amazed at her ability to twist reality completely. Kayla, you literally pick every restaurant and order most expensive items. That's what girlfriends do. Boyfriends are supposed to pay. Says who exactly? Where is that rule written down? It's common knowledge, Anon. Ask anyone how dating works. Ask Brad from accounting later. He confirms I'm getting played. Dude, she's using you as personal ATM. That's not normal dating. My girlfriend and I split everything 50-50 like adults. Realize I've been living an alternate reality for 6 months. Next day, Kayla suggests lunch at New Fusion restaurant downtown. Actually, Kayla, I think we should take a break from eating out. What kind of break exactly? She asks suspiciously. The kind where we don't spend money I don't have on food. She starts crying in middle of office break room. I can't believe you're abandoning me over something so petty. Good boyfriends sacrifice for their girlfriend's happiness. Several coworkers stare at us during her dramatic performance. I'm not abandoning you, just suggesting we be more reasonable. Reasonable means you don't care about making me happy anymore. Walk away before I say something that gets me fired. She tells everyone I'm being abusive by controlling her food choices. Suddenly, I'm the villain for not wanting to go bankrupt. A week later, she starts eating lunch with different guy from marketing. See them at expensive steakhouse through window while I eat sandwich. Poor bastard has no idea what he's gotten himself into. 2 weeks after that, she's Instagram official with marketing guy. Caption reads, "Finally found man who knows how to treat lady." Right. Translation, he has bigger credit limit than I did. Run into her at office Christmas party months later. She acts like nothing ever happened between us. "Hey, Anon, how have you been? You look good." "Doing better now that I can afford to eat real food again." She laughs like I made hilarious joke instead of pointing out truth. "You're so funny. No wonder I had crush on you." Crush that cost me semesters worth of college tuition. Marketing guy looks miserable standing next to her at bar, probably wondering why his bank account is disappearing so fast. Feel bad for him, but not enough to warn him. Some lessons you have to learn the expensive way. 6 months later, hear through office gossip, she's single again. Marketing guy apparently went broke trying to keep up with her lifestyle. She's already started eating lunch with intern from finance department. Kid looks excited to be getting attention from attractive older woman. Cycle continues with fresh victim who doesn't know any better. Learned valuable lesson about setting boundaries and recognizing manipulation. Also learned that some people view relationships as financial opportunities. Now I bring packed lunch every day and eat alone happily. Saving money feels better than pretending to be someone's sugar daddy.